AI is not very, how to say, it's not like a god that he will do everything. AI is more
Yeah.
like how can this particular AI function help you to identify the right information easier way. I want to have a picture somebody sit in the beach and drinking a beer and using my laptop. I know this, but I don't know how to draw. But now with the
Yeah.
AI come to the picture, I just need to enter these words.
Yeah.
Automatically, it'll generate one
It'll
picture.
generate for you. Yes.
Yeah,
So a computer or a PC will be intelligent enough to make these decisions in real time, right?
that's why Microsoft call it co-pilot. It's more like an assistant next to you. In the game competition, sometimes the cheating may happen. So with the
Yeah.
AI in come to the picture, AI can continuously to inspect the entire gameplay.
Welcome to another episode of Our Own Devices. This time we are going to talk about AI. Of course, that's been our underlying topic for a long time. But we're going to talk about how AI is impacting laptops, and who better to talk about it than one of the best or the most popular companies in this space, which is ASUS. And we have with us Arnold Su, who's been with us on this show long back also. He's going to he's the vice president consumer and gaming PCs at ASUS India. So Arnold, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
So everybody talks about AI PCs now, but can you give us a little bit of context on how the AI PC space is actually developing?
So as of now, AI PC is still in a very initial stage. So maybe I can give you one example. We can consider today for AI PC is similar to 10 years ago when smartphone come to the market. So 10 years ago, when everybody is using feature phone, people was also wondering what kind of usage will be there for a smartphone. Similar situation for AI PC today. Today, now we are talking to you. Now I'm using the AI PC to talk to you. But at this moment, maybe the AI PC is more into a hardware because the hardware is ready, right? Then now all the software will come to the picture. So for example, today I use this Intel Core Ultra 7 with our ZenBook. Okay, so I have
Yeah,
a Copilot function here. So what exactly this PC can help me as an AI function? First of all, is the NPU. This is 45 TOPS NPU laptop. So with this NPU into my laptop, I can do lots of the calculation within the laptop itself. I don't need to rely on cloud. So this is the first benefit to have 45 TOPS above AI PC. Then lots of the calculation can be done in the laptop itself. Second is along with the software, combined with the software, like with the Microsoft Copilot. So now when I want to ask for any question, I can directly put my question to Copilot and he will be able to use the generative AI to answer me like a human being. So this is a second benefit for AI is earlier, like till today, maybe whenever we want to ask any question, we will ask Google, we will search, right? And then they will give us a lot of answers, but you need to study by yourself. But
yeah,
today, with the AI come to the picture, it's like a assistant. That's why Microsoft call it co-pilot. It's more like a assistant next to you. You ask him a question, and he or she will reply you in a way that you can understand. Yeah. So when we talk about AI today, maybe as a hardware company, we will say that we provide hardware which can help the customer to run all this software properly in a machine. Yeah, but later on, the user scenario, we will also need more and more software companies to come. Like I mentioned, when smartphone come to picture, 10 years ago, maybe there are no much application on the smartphone.
yes,
So
yeah, yeah,
we were wondering at that time, 10 years ago, we were wondering why I need to spend so much money to buy a smartphone. I only have Facebook or few application. Same situation today. But after 2, 3 years, you will see lots of application to work on the AI PC.
So, when we talk about AI PCs, usually the conversation is around Copilot and how a lot of that branding is coming to the market. But could you also explain about how AI PC is going to AI is going to impact the gaming PC segment?
Yes, maybe I can give you some example. for example, if today we are playing in the game, right? And in the game there are some NPCs there, right? But NPC normally in the traditional game is already set by the game designer. That you talk to this NPC. If you talk about A, he will give you an answer with A. If you talk him about B, he will give you an answer with B. But with the AI come to the picture is the interaction with the NPC will change. It will
Okay.
like how you interact with Copilot. Have you tried? I try to argue with Copilot. It's quite funny.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
challenge his question, he will reply you back. So in future, like this, for the NPC as an example, in future for in the game, in-game NPC, he will not just give you a standard answer. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah, he will give you an intuitive answer. This is the first thing that it may change.
Okay.
And the second is uh, for the now when you are setting a game, right? Sometimes you will say, okay, now I want to try from the easy level, or I want to start the hard level. But when you set up, this is fixed for your entire gameplay. But when
Yeah.
AI come to a picture, is the game will also interact with you based on your real play. Maybe
Okay.
initially I set up difficult, but
Yeah.
AI will
You're
judge.
really
No,
bad at it.
you are just a beginner. Yeah, this is another thing that may change. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also another thing is like cheating in the game competition. Sometimes the cheating may happen. So with the
Yeah.
AI in come to the picture, AI can continuously to inspect the entire gameplay to ensure there is a fair gameplay for the entire game. Yeah. So with all this, that you will see that the way we are playing the game will gradually change when the AI come to the picture, especially because of the NPU, the processing power is there. Earlier, for all this, what we are saying, maybe at this moment without AI PC, it can also happen, but you require a very strong server and internet connection. The processing, everything is on server. But now, because of AI PC, the calculation can happen within your PC.
On.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on your end device. That is why
Yes.
now this become more possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned how the hardware is maybe already there and the software is going to take time. And being one of the big players in the gaming segment, are you in conversation with the with the game producers on how you can optimize for the the new capabilities of an of a AI laptop? So how are you speaking to these companies?
Yeah. So for sure, as a hardware provider, right? So it's an entire ecosystem. So we are making a PC, but we also use Intel, AMD, Qualcomm. We use
Yeah.
Nvidia's graphics card. We use different brands CPU. So the entire ecosystem will work with the game title producer, the game producers. So like Nvidia, now this year we are launching with Nvidia the entire 5000 series from
Yeah.
5050 to entire 1590, right? So simultaneously, Nvidia is also working with them. And from our side as a laptop manufacturer, we are also working with them. So it's not only by ASUS single brand we will be able to change the entire ecosystem, but our job is when we get the GPU or new CPU, and then how can we make this performance into the better with our gaming laptop? How can we make the performance better? Because the same CPU, GPU put into different laptops, we also
Yeah.
have different performance. So our job is how can ASUS or ROG as a brand to make sure with the same CPU, GPU, we can make the performance better. Like our thermal technology, we can make our thermal better, the keyboard, mouse, all these hardwares, how can we make it better? And then give it a chance for the game titles, for the game producers, that our machine can run their game better. And also with the AI come to a picture is the efficiency of the calculation also improve. So now with the gaming AI PC, now today if we put the AI CPU like Intel's the latest 45 top CPU or AMD, and along with the Nvidia's graphics card, the processing power now is tops, right? We
Yeah.
can go up to 321 tops. So it will
Mhm.
run the game in a much better way. And another possibility is earlier uh, with only CPU and GPU, you may need a very strong processing power, and your machine will also become bulky. And you can also see that the traditional gaming machine is quite thick. But
Yes.
with the NPU come to the picture, we are able to combine the cloud processing power and the laptop processing power to improve the gameplay. So even some earlier, maybe some game title, it require very high specs to play.
Yeah.
But now we
Yeah.
are able to reduce the hardware requirement. So maybe, for example, just an example, maybe some
Yeah.
games earlier may need the 5090 to play. Today, maybe you
Yeah.
only require 5080 or 5070 to play. So this
Okay.
is also another possibility when AI PC come to the picture.
So it'll make so a computer or a PC will be intelligent enough to make these decisions in real time, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
say, okay, this game maybe we can play it on device completely. This maybe needs a 50-50 with the cloud, right? So this is going to so in a way, are you maybe looking at the possibility of having like a thin client on which you can do a AAA game? No,
Uh,
in the future.
I'm not sure, but yeah, your idea might be right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's lots of possibility. That is why
Yes.
we are saying that now, like this is kind of the first year of the AI booming. So
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
lots of possibility, like you say, might be possible, right? So there are lots of possibility may happen
Yeah.
with the NPU come to the picture.
So on the ground, when you are seeing customers walk into your store, are they now at a position where they're asking, okay, I want to see an AI PC, or my next PC is going to be an AI PC? Has that kind of an awareness coming?
Yes, but now, to be honest, again, I use smartphone example. Now it's something like 10 years ago, customer go to the shop, say, I want a smartphone. But
Mhm.
they don't really know why they need a smartphone. So
Yeah.
similar situation is happening now. Today is lots of customers come to our shop, come to our store to ask, hey, I need an AI PC. But they don't really know why they require AI PC. So, and also the AI PC definition from every brand is different. And as a
Yeah.
company, we don't want to sell them the wrong machine. What does it mean, wrong machine? It means today AI PC is also different range, right? But and
Yeah.
I don't if I don't understand your requirement, you just say, okay, you need an AI PC. But I may give you a very high-end AI PC, which you don't require, and it's just waste your money.
True.
So what
Yeah.
we are doing now is we categorize our AI PC into three categories. We call it everyday AI PC, next level AI PC, and advanced AI. And how we
Okay.
categorize it is the everyday AI PC is only the NPU processing power is only 10 TOPS, which means
Okay.
you only require the basic requirement. For example, now if you subscribe Microsoft M365. So the Copilot is in your PC, right? So when you do the Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, you can just call the Copilot to help you. For example, now I'm making a PPT. Now it's very easy for me because I'm not a good designer. Whenever I present, it takes lots of time for me to think about how to put this picture, how to do this. But with the Copilot into to help me, I just click, okay, then he'll help me to design on my PPT directly. So this actually you only require 10 TOPS processing power. You don't require 45 TOPS. So we also tell the customer based on the understanding of his requirement, they will recommend them, okay, you only require AI, everyday AI PC. You don't need to spend lots of money to go to the next level. And the next level is the next level AI PC. Earlier, Microsoft defined it as a next generation AI PC, which is 45 TOPS and above. And for 45 TOPS and above, maybe the people like the content creators, they need a better processing power. They need to do the video rendering. So they will require this kind of level laptop. So when we understand, then we will recommend, okay, in the 45 TOPS AI PC, these are the options. You should go for it. And then for
Yeah.
gamers, they need the proper NVIDIA graphics card to support the NPU. And like I mentioned, if we put the NPU and the NVIDIA graphics card together, the total processing power can go up to 300 TOPS above. Then we
Okay.
also understand their requirement. Oh, you are a pure gamer or you are a content creator and your video rendering, the file is so heavy that 45 TOPS is not sufficient. You need to go for this. So we categorize into three categories: everyday AI, next generation AI, and advanced AI. So then we
Advanced.
recommend customer properly. Because like you mentioned, we don't want customer come to a shop and say, do you have an AI PC? But there are huge range of AI PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to give them the right suggestion.
So, are you also seeing a lot of people who are actually working on AI, right? Like, because this is also a new thing. Everybody, it's not about just using AI. A lot
Mm.
of people are thinking there is a huge career opportunity there. People are working on new AI-led products. So are you getting that kind of a customer also come and say, hey, I'm working on AI. I need maybe a little bit
Mm.
of overclocking available. So how do you work with those kind of customers?
To be honest, at this moment, we have not yet seen this yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
okay,
But I think for sure this will happen. So we
yeah,
also, I think it's a very good question. So internally, we will also think about how can we support this kind of customer with our machine to work on
yeah,
this. Yeah, and also for AI, I think one is to work on the hardware. The other is how do they use our hardware to work on the software. Yes, I think
software,
this
yeah,
is
yeah,
something that we should think about. I think
yeah,
very good
yeah.
point. Thank you.
So the other thing I want to ask you is that you mentioned how Copilot, and this is maybe the most used uh, AI software right now, because it's also everywhere that you are working, right? But have you seen other great software implementations which you think is going to help with the adoption?
I think yes. For example, like Adobe. Adobe is
Yeah.
one of the most
Yes,
popular
absolutely. Yeah.
ecosystem. So now they are also working on it. So this for sure this will also help. And also, I think there are a lot of software because what we are seeing today is there are two major directions. One is a generative AI, like a common AI, like Copilot, that they can
Yeah.
answer you in a very general way. And the second direction of AI is like Adobe in a very specific field, and they can
Mhm.
help you to improve. For example, like Adobe for the photo editing, right?
Yeah.
Earlier, when you want to do the photo editing or video editing, you need to be very specific and you need to have your own idea and you are able to edit, you are able to do lots of minor
Yeah.
change by yourself. But now with the AI come to the picture, you can just give them some simple instruction. For example, now I'm going to do a campaign that I want to combine my laptop with how to say with a seashore. Okay, then I just give
Yeah.
them some keywords. Then automatically it'll generate one key visual for me instead of I make from scratch because I don't know how to
Yeah.
draw. But I know that I want to combine my laptop with a seashore. I want to have a picture somebody sit in the beach and drinking a beer and using my laptop. I know this, but I don't know how to draw. But now with the
Yeah.
AI come to the picture, I just need to enter these words.
Yeah.
Automatically, it'll generate one
It'll
picture.
generate for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like this kind of very dedicated, specific works software will come, and this will help us to improve the entire AI ecosystem. Or second example, like ASUS, we also make one AI in our laptop. So we call it Story Cube. So now, like similar to Google or iPhone, your photos they will automatically based on the category. They will categorize by the face, by the activity. You put all the photo inside, then they will automatically categorize each photo for you. So there will be some small different AI because we should think about AI is not very how to say it's not like a god that he will do everything. AI is more
Yeah.
like how can this particular AI function help you to identify the right information easier way. For example, today another example for work. Okay, like we are a sales team, right? So for sales team earlier, we need to do lots of Excel. We need to do pivot. We need to do VLOOKUP to get the required data for me. But now with the AI come to the picture, now we are developing a system internally. It's quite easy for me. I just need to give an instruction to the software. I just put, I want to know in the past 3 months, which are the partner, the target hit rate is less than 80%.
Okay.
Already the list will come. Instead of I go to the Excel, do the pivot, do VLOOKUP to get the information, I just need to give one simple instruction. The data will come. So this is another way of AI. So AI, we can think about AI is my own definition is AI change the way of interaction with a machine. Earlier, when I want to get the same data, I need to do open the Excel. I need to do this, do this, do this. Then I will get the data. It may take me 10 minutes. But now with the AI come to the picture is I don't open Excel. I don't open this. I just give an instruction. I need this. Then AI
Yeah.
will do all these steps for me and then
Yeah.
come out with a result. Yeah.
So the other thing is, you are working with multiple partners. You're working with Intel. You're working with Nvidia. So are these conversations common, or do you need to have separate conversations with each of these, processor companies, for instance? So how does that work, or do you have like a common thinking on how do we bring AI into your hardware and software better?
From our headquarters, the engineer team, I believe maybe they have some common understanding. But of course,
Okay.
every company has different strengths. Yeah, like Intel,
Yeah.
AMD, they are very strong in the CPU segment. Nvidia is very strong in the GPU segment. So how do we utilize their strengths and combine together to make our machine? Because finally, we are a laptop maker, so we need all of them to put into our machine, and how can we optimize the performance.
I want to ask you one last question. So, how are you looking at the future? Do you think it'll take a little bit of time for the AI PC space to sort of become the primary thing that you guys are working on, or do you think it's going to happen really really quickly? And are you working on some awareness? How are you making people aware about the capabilities of the AI PC?
Yeah. So what we see is like last year, AI PC is only less than 5% of our total sales. And then what we expect this year, most likely our AI PC will occupy 20 to 25% of our total sales. And what we are doing is we are communicating like what we say is I think one of the key challenge to sell AI PC is people don't understand what is the use case of AI PC, right? So
True.
when like I keep talking about feature phone and smartphone is 10 years ago when people are using feature phone to move to smartphone, you need to spend maybe 3 times of the budget, right? Then people will ask themselves, why should I spend so much money? I buy a smartphone, but I don't know what exactly I can use. If I buy a smartphone, I spend 3 times of money. I still only do the phone call. I don't want to spend this money. So for AIPC now, our major challenge is how can we convince the end customer? Yeah, you need to spend a little bit more. Of course, not 3 times. You may need to spend like 3,000, 4,000 more or 5,000 more to buy an AIPC instead of non-AIPC. But what is the benefit? So like you mentioned, Copilot or Copilot is one of the most common uh, software which people can understand in the AI PC world, right? So today, what we are doing is in this year, all the new shipment to India and all, even the local production to India, what we are doing is we work with Microsoft. So earlier we in our laptop we do the pre-install of Microsoft 2021, and that is without Copilot. But this year,
Yeah.
we changed to Microsoft 2024, Home and Student 2024, along with 1 year free
Okay.
M365 Basic, which will give you a basic Copilot in your laptop directly. So for the customer who purchase our laptop inside the machine, they already have the basic M365 1 year for free. So they can use it. So this is can solve a basic problem that they don't know why should they buy it. But now when they buy it, at least they can try for the Copilot in their laptop directly.
Okay, so thanks for being on the show, Arnold. In a very interesting conversation as always, and I'm sure like people are now a little bit more aware about this new segment that's happening, and I know it is going beyond being just a buzzword.
No, thank you. Thanks for having me here. Really, thank you.
So we'll be back again next week with another guest and a lot more knowledge and insight. Till then, we are available everywhere you listen to your pods.